A bunch of fucking Riris. Okay.
Focus, yeah. Welcome to Hockey Nights in Vegas. My name is Eddie Rivkin. I am joined by October 2026 Inked Magazine centerfold, Sarina Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a good one.
That's a good one?
That I think is the first
hockey related.
Yeah, well,
we had a football.
Yeah, it's the non-commissioner related, which is okay. I think I'm getting demoted here.
No, I think supermodel is an elevation, don't you?
Well, yeah, considering Gary Bettman's the current commissioner of the...
Which is why I mentioned it that way.
Yeah.
And we're, as always, we are joined by super producer Bjorn, who's going to cackle in the background because he didn't put his microphone on himself today. We've had complaints that the episodes are going too long. I have a timer set for 3.5 minutes per series until we get to the Vegas Golden Knights. So let's get to it.
Fucking jam.
Carolina versus Ottawa. Oh, that one's over with. How about that Ridley Gregg guy?
Zero surprise.
What a piece of shit.
Oh, I don't... Listen. Okay.
Stop it.
Everyone's all about Ridley Gregg. Nobody's talking about the fact that he got fucking decimated from behind and hit into the boards. Yes, what he did was not right, but I saw that as an immediate... He's pissed off. He got fucking hit into the boards from behind on a dirty, dirty play. So nobody's talking about the fact that fucking happened because nobody even knows, because nobody fucking sees it like I do. And then he turns around and gives somebody a dirty stick and everyone's all fucking freaking out. What would he expect? Hit the fucking guy into the boards some more.
So our good friend George Peros still hasn't adjudicated the case. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but
can't really can't suspend him from his tee times.
Yeah.
But what's he going to get?
I don't know. It depends how George is feeling. We saw the AJ.
So if he had a little tug before, he'll be lenient, or he's a little pent up.
AJ Greer got what, 3 games for hitting Connor Zary into the boards?
Right.
I mean, if that's 3 games, this is like 1. I mean, to me, it's not quite as dirty as the AJ Greer thing, but
Carolina did not trail the entire series. Not 1 second. It's like the second time in the history of the NHL that a team has gone without trailing in the series. That's pretty shocking if you think about 4 games that were pretty competitive all in all. I mean, Ottawa, I'm conflicted. They got swept. They lost 2 games in not great fashion in their own barn. But they showed themselves reasonably well. It was definitely a regression from last year's playoffs. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Is Brady Tkachuk gone?
Well, we've been talking about that for a while.
Well, now it's like real.
But I will say people can talk. Not many people like that guy. But you know what? He worked really hard right to the end. And I have to give him credit. He never gave up. Even if he's on the bubble or he thinks he is or he wants out, he didn't play like it.
But no points.
No,
Tim Stützle, no points.
Well, to me, Stützle's overrated. Everybody's like, what the fuck has he done? He hasn't done shit. He was such a high prospect coming out of Germany. He was really good in junior. He hasn't done a fucking thing that's impressed me in Ottawa. He gets flashy here and there, but he doesn't get a lot of points. Oh, he's his team. Yeah, Connor Bedard's on a worse team and he gets more points.
Yeah, Connor Bedard is certainly on a worse team. Okay, pause, delete, start over. Okay, next series, Boston-Buffalo. Holy shitballs, did you watch Boston's performance Sunday afternoon?
That was like the old saying, it was like watching 2 old people fuck. I was so embarrassed for Boston. I stopped watching.
It was insane.
It didn't look like a playoff game at all. It was embarrassing. Like Charlie McAvoy said, this is fucking embarrassing. It was.
I mean, Swayman came off the ice just raging, and he should have been.
Yeah.
They're down 3-1. Do they have a chance in the world to make a? I mean, the game starts here in about an hour or something like that. But does Buffalo end Boston and I mean, is this it?
I had picked Boston probably to beat Buffalo. However, the way Buffalo's been rolling over them, Buffalo is on one right now.
Okay.
They are playing well. Everything's clicking, and they've got the confidence that Boston doesn't have.
How about the 0 for 17 power play? How's that clicking?
Sorry, did I say Buffalo or Boston?
You said you picked Boston.
Yes.
Buffalo is 0 for 17 in the series on the power play.
But they're still winning.
They're stomping them.
So what? You know what I mean? Those are just stats.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if I misspoke. But yeah, I think Buffalo is going to beat them. Maybe not in 5, but probably in 6.
I just don't know how they recover from it. I mean, yes, pride in the room, and we've talked about, they're professionals and everything like that. But I have never seen as lopsided a game. Well, I saw the Golden Knights hang about 3 or 4 of those on themselves this year, actually.
Oh, but this was bad.
This was bad.
Yeah.
They're down 3-1. They're not winning the series.
Yeah.
The next question becomes, is Buffalo for real, or are they just riding one?
They're riding one. I think it's too early to say, oh yeah, this team is the real deal. I've been saying for a few years, you have to watch out for Buffalo because they have all these young kids, all these draft picks they're like a Canadian World Junior team, that team. And they have
3 years later.
Yeah, right. And they have a guy like Rasmus Dahlin, who is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated defensemen in the National Hockey League. He is so good. He's so good. And it's starting to click now for them. It's like being on a hitting streak. It's going to end at some point. You don't know when, but it will end. But, I mean, they're playing great, and I got to give them credit. They are playing like a team.
I mean, Rasmus Dahlin is so good that I kept thinking the Golden Knights were going to trade for him, and I just had the wrong Rasmus.
Yeah. Close.
One Rasmus, another Rasmus. I don't know. Okay, we're done with this one, too. Let's start over. Let's talk about Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. And if I'm Rick Tocchet, I'm feeling my collar might be a little bit too tight. The big news coming out of Philadelphia is apparently there was a Donnybrook in the room between Tocchet and Michkov, the Russian superstar, playing fourth line minutes, then a healthy scratch, and by all indications, a healthy scratch again. Philadelphia was up 3-0. We're like, oh, maybe the gentleman's sweep. Well, Pittsburgh's won the next 2 games. And I think it's fair to say that the tie is getting awfully tight on Philadelphia because on the other side, you've got all those guys who have been in that war, I mean, dozens of times. Sid, Gino, Letang, Erik Karlsson. They've been through the wars. This is very much unknown deep water for Philadelphia. I don't think a team's ever come back, or maybe it's not been since 1940 or something like that, where they've come down from 0-3.
It's happened.
But do you have a feeling that it might happen in this series, or do you think Philadelphia's got a way, they're going to find their way out of this and get her done?
I think Philly will find their way out. However, Sid has been unbelievable the last couple games. You see him running and diving for the empty net. He's trying to bang the puck into the empty net, and he's unbelievable. But going back to the Michkov thing, Torts healthy scratched him last year because he's a little shit.
He healthy scratch, and I was funny because
last year before. Last year.
I think it was last year. And it was funny, there was all this commentary about that, about Michkov, and I just wrote, Torts was right.
Everybody was right.
Right.
Everybody knew it. Everybody knows that there's been an issue with this kid.
Yeah, he's I don't know if he's a head case, but he seems like a little bit of a bitch boy.
Well, one thing I'll never call a Russian is a bitch boy. Those guys, they're not little bitches.
How about prima donna? Is that better?
There's a problem. There's an attitude problem. There's a whole bunch of different things there, and who knows? You never know with Russians, but I mean, yeah, Torts sat him for a fucking reason.
And not for one game.
Yeah.
I mean, he took an extended tour of Popcorn Alley.
A long time. Yeah.
But the question still remains, does Philadelphia have it in them to get this over the line, or do you think that old man strength and old man wisdom and experience is going to, bring Pittsburgh all the way back?
Yeah, I think Philly's going to beat them.
Tonight?
I don't know if they'll beat them. I just don't see Pittsburgh coming back from 3-0 or like being down 3-0. They just are not that strong. And it's only going to take this for Philadelphia to turn it back on. Philadelphia is kind of like Buffalo right now. They have a lot of young guys and they're playing well. And it's just going to get that confidence back. And a coach like Rick Tocchet
should be able to
he ain't going to screw around. Yeah.
I mean, and let's be honest. The goal that they lost that game, that bad bounce off the back wall that comes off and hits Vladar in the ass, right?
It's shit luck.
Yeah, it's a shit puck luck thing. And we'll get to shit puck luck and we'll talk when we get to the Golden Knights thing and we'll talk about a couple of their bounces. So you still got Philly getting this done.
Yeah.
Last series in the East as we make our way through the Eastern Conference, the North-South War, Montreal and Tampa Bay. This Brandon Hagel guy is out of fucking control. 6 goals already. Philadelphia is starting to, I'm sorry, not Philadelphia. Tampa Bay is starting to impose their will a little bit. I just don't know if it's enough. 2-2 going into Game 5. The big stat everybody wants to yap about is the winner of Game 5 wins the series 79% of the time. Everybody knows that stuff. It might just come down to Bob versus Dobish. I mean, Bob's got, 150 playoff games.
Vasilevsky.
Right? God damn it.
Abby Brulin.
Fucking damn it.
Should I let him go?
Just fucking lob the grenade. Because I did it last week too. I got the fucking 2 commies mixed up. Vasilevsky has 150 some playoff games. Dobish has 4. Dobish has never felt the pressure like he's going to start to feel the pressure right now. What's the key for Tampa to get over the hump? And what's the key for Montreal? I wouldn't say a huge upset. I would say a mild upset.
Ooh, in my opinion, Montreal's been outplaying them. I feel like this series should be more swung in Montreal's favor from what I've seen the play. Montreal had to kill off a 5-on-3 in the third period.
It was nuts.
And they were fucking unbelievable.
Seamless. Yep.
And it was just, they work hard. To me, and this is why John Cooper is the best coach in the National Hockey League, because he knows guys like Brandon Hagel. It's not a surprise to me that Hagel's doing what he's doing because, first of all, he's a Saskatchewan kid. I watched him in junior. I've watched him in Tampa. I was going to say in Florida, but in the state for years. And for Canada, there's a reason. And if Braden Point starts firing for Tampa as well, if I'm John Cooper, I'm putting those 2 out, double shift the fuck out of them as long as he can, because they're the run and gun guys that they need. And Hagel's got some good bounces, but you got to be lucky to be good, right? You got to be good to be lucky. So I think I think Montreal, in my opinion, deserves to win this series.
Oh,
that's our timer.
That's
I think
timer.
Montreal should win it.
I'm not sure who's going to win it, but I can tell you 100% for sure I'm glued in to watch it because
it's the best series by far.
It's close. It's them and when we get to the West, Dallas and Minnesota.
Dallas and Minnesota is exciting, but it's not as good a hockey as Montreal and Tampa.
So let's
roll into that.
No, let's move to. We should talk about the series that isn't a series anymore. The Avs dispatched the Kings. The Kings had 5 goals and.
Let's save our 3.5 minutes. Go on.
5 goals in 3 games.
Boring.
They're just the Kings. If you look up the definition of mediocrity, the Kings just suck, right? They've sucked at just a little bit better level than the non-playoff teams, and they've got punished mercilessly in the first round. I don't know, was it 4 years with Edmonton and now with Colorado? How many coaches can you recycle? How many? Now they don't have Kopitar. They have Kopitar's salary cap space, but, they're just garbage.
Well,
retool, rebuild, whatever. If they don't do something incredibly dramatic, this is their purgatory. Make the playoffs and get embarrassed in 4 games.
We talked about this last week. I said the same thing. They haven't done a fucking thing. But because they keep guys, I feel like I'm the only person on the planet that doesn't give a shit about Anze Kopitar retiring. They act like he is the next coming of Christ, and I'm like, calm the fuck down. Who cares? Let's move on, whatever. But they got to get somebody. But who are they going to trade? They're going to have to trade picks because they don't have anybody to trade. And they don't have good picks.
Quentin Byfield.
But they get stuck in the middle. But anyway, we talked about this last one. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, nothing.
Next.
That's it.
No.
Restart the timer.
Yeah, move on. Let's save our time.
Moving on. Let's do Dallas, Minnesota, since we'll build the build up into the Golden Knights thing. Back and forth they go, right? It's like two competitive fighters that are fighting in a phone booth. They're dropping bombs. A lot of people are picking Minnesota. I'm sticking with Dallas. I just think that John Hines, the coach of the Minnesota North Stars, Jesus fucking Christ. John Hines, coach of the Minnesota Wild, has never won a playoff series. There's a reason for that. I don't know exactly what it is, but he got thoroughly outcoached by Butch. He's over. He's worse than the New York Mets, if you're a baseball fan, or the Philadelphia Phillies, who shipped their manager today. I just think Dallas, I don't know that Dallas is the better team. I just think that Minnesota isn't going to pull through this. And the Quinn Hughes experiment, a lot of people are going to say, okay, great, still lost in the first round.
I think Dallas is the better team. I think that the years leading up to this, they've proven that they are a better team. And even in this series, I think Dallas has been better. I think they're stronger. I think they're deeper. I think they just have a lot more stuff. I feel like last game, Dallas should have won. Game four. Dallas should have won that game. Minnesota pulled it out at the last second kind of thing. And I still think Dallas is the better team.
But I don't know that Otter's the better goalie. I mean, Wallstedt.
I don't think he is.
Listen, Wallstedt has been the, whatever they call him.
I said to my dad after the second game, if Dallas loses this series, it's going to be because of Ottinger. I don't think he's been as good as he has been in the past. He's a little too shaky right now.
I mean, he's a statistical beauty, right? Big numbers, but our eye test, seems to indicate that he is not as good as his numbers. And I know that's kind of hard. You know, analytics are supposed to prove what you see on the ice. This way, in this situation, I think it's exactly the opposite. I feel like his numbers are not proved out by his play. And if there is an Achilles heel, I think it has to be him. I mean, they have an issue not having Roope Hintz, certainly, who is a fantastic hockey player. But at the end of the day, they're getting it done without Roope Hintz. And Minnesota also having some injuries. Zuccarella's been out for a couple of games. Jakob Trenin.
I think they're both supposed to be back from what I heard.
Well, Trenin, and this was a bit before your tenure here in Vegas, is the guy who lacerated Mark Stone's spleen, who, you know, everyone called that one another fake Mark Stone injury, except that an organ in his body was torn.
Mm-hmm.
But that was Jakob Trenin. And I think it was Blackwell, literally. He hit Trenin so hard, he lost his Russian accent.
Mm-hmm.
And and Trenin's a big man, 6'8", 240. But if they get Zuccarello back and they get Trenin back, this is as much a must-see series to me as Montreal Tampa. These are the marquee series that are left.
I think the difference for me is watching games in Montreal. The energy is so much higher.
For sure.
Dallas and Minnesota don't give a fuck. Here we go. Move on.
Look, hold on. Got to delete that. Got to go back to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, for those of you who don't know, for many, many, many years, Sarina was a very devout Edmonton Oiler fan. And then she divorced him. She dumped him. She kicked him to the curb. I don't know if she's taken her Edmonton Oiler license plate bracket off just yet.
Still there. It's still there.
Busted. But she's got Oilers jackets and everything else like that. Yet the Edmonton Oilers are down 3-1, and they're looking right down the barrel of it. McDavid seems to be hurt.
He's questionable, apparently.
Right. Apparently missed the skate, which is not a big deal, but questionable. Draisaitl certainly not 100%. none of that's relevant. They can't keep the puck out of their net. The only problem is that they're playing against a team that can outscore them. They can outrun and gun the run and gun Edmonton Oilers. You have talked with great compassion about how porous the Edmonton Oilers defense is, led by $10 million Evan Bouchard and Darnell Nurse.
$10 million Darnell Nurse.
Oh, I thought it was 9.
Whatever.
Whatever it is.
Too much.
It's a lot too many millions, right? Are you at all surprised that it's 3-1?
Yes and no. Because overall, Edmonton is the better team. But I said this last year. The team that determines if Edmonton wins or loses is Edmonton. It's not the other team. Edmonton Oilers will decide if they win or lose. We watched in the playoffs last year them speedboat everybody. They get to the final. They should have destroyed Florida, but they decided to stop playing. And it was exactly what I said. The Oilers will determine whether or not they win or lose the series. It's not going to be the other team. And that's exactly what's happening here.
Can they will 3 games in a row like that?
Well, it depends. If McDavid's there, that's a different conversation. But
how much McDavid is there?
Well, if McDavid's playing.
Well, no, right. But playing at 70%, playing at...
McDavid at 50% is still the best player in the National Hockey League. So if he's playing, first of all, when your captain plays, obviously that's a whole different conversation, right? But I think, listen, we saw Edmonton come back from down 3 games in the Stanley Cup final and should have won that series.
But this ain't them.
I know, but the first 3 games that they lost, this was them. When they played LA last year, they went down 2-0, and LA's like, fuck yeah, we're going to finally beat the Oilers. And it went like this, and Edmonton turned around and hammered the shit out of everybody. And everyone's been saying for years, Edmonton's not very deep. They have bad defense. And I'm one of those people, like I'm just saying, and they turn it on. They find a way. If anybody can find a way, it's Edmonton. But because I know this team better than anybody, they're fucked. They're done.
Tomorrow?
I don't fuck. No, they play tonight.
Oh, is it tonight?
Yeah. Listen, I don't care. As soon as it's fucking over, let's let Anaheim win this series because then Vegas gets to play Anaheim and we fucking go to California. Move on because I'm going to get really fucking pissed.
No. But we've got an extra bonus minute because of our LA Kings performance.
I don't want to put it now.
No.
Fuck.
No. I want to talk about Rick Rowley. Have you seen him?
Oh, I can't.
You can't?
I honestly, in the playoffs and shit, I don't really go on social media that much because the stupid fucking shit that just rots my brain on there, I just can't. I just fucking can't.
He's been priceless.
Oh, he's probably, he's a fucking beauty.
That young fella, he's a beauty.
Well,
and he's slob Bob. I mean, he's like fire Knobloch before game 5. He's on the ledge.
He now lives in oil country.
Yeah.
You don't understand until you've been in Edmonton during hockey season or during the playoffs. It is a different place. Like you guys don't understand. It's different. And he's starting to see like, holy shit, like these people.
And he lives close to the rink, he told us.
Yeah, he's getting it now.
He's in the aura.
Yeah, the whole it's not even by the rink, it's the whole city. Like even in July, you know who runs that town.
I understand and I respect your decision to not be too active on social media during the playoffs. I know how important it is to you, but as somebody who truly adores you, I'm asking you, just watch Rowley.
I'll go search him.
Please.
Just fucking get him on here again.
Please. Not secretly. I don't even know if I was hoping for an Edmonton-Vegas series just so we could have him back.
Oh, we can have him anyway.
Right.
Fuck it. Let's have him.
But homeboy, he's going to need some medication.
He's not even an Oilers fan.
Yeah.
He's not loyal to the Oil.
No, he's not.
He lives in oil country and he pulls for them, but he's not loyal.
Well, he doesn't have the Leafs. So, he's got
which is fine. Like I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I mean, please.
I'll go
just
watch.
the whole
Oh, I'm gonna have a stroke. We got to move on to a different topic.
Just the scenario of him talking with the puck maybe over the line or not, watching somebody have a nervous breakdown.
My fucking God. Why did you bring that fucking up? We got to move on. I can't. I had a huge call with Corey yesterday. We dissected this. I can't. We got to, no.
But you have to. We're only 25 minutes into the episode. We're on our last topic.
Yeah, no, we got to talk about VGK.
You really don't want to go there.
I mean, I can, but this is going to...
Bjorn, should she go there?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Obviously, I don't watch.
I'm aware.
Both sides, I see both sides of this. That puck was across the line. No doubt, the puck was across the line. That's fine. It was. But I think what everybody's upset about, because like Oilers fans are intelligent. They know the game. They know the shit. What everyone's upset about is that he called it a goal on the ice. How the fuck did you call it a goal? Everyone's upset about the officiating, right?
Well, the officials were out of position.
Correct.
That's the biggest.
Right.
That's the biggest beef.
Listen, there's no and I'm not just saying this about Edmonton specifically, but it happens to be the Oilers that were in the Stanley Cup final. The league does not need Edmonton to win the Stanley Cup. So they fucking don't want them to. Everyone, even non-Oilers fans that I've talked to, agree with that sentiment. They're like, the Oilers always get screwed in the playoffs because the league doesn't need them to win the cup. Here, I'm getting fucking wound up. But the ref calls it a goal on the ice. How the fuck? You didn't even see it. It was under the goalie's skate.
So let me play not the bad guy, but let me play the counterpoint. How could he not call it a goal?
Because he couldn't see it cross the line. You can't call it a goal if you don't see the puck across the line. What do you mean?
So they were out of position, so they call it no goal?
You don't call it anything.
Who does?
Nobody. You don't have to call it. You call it either no goal or you whistle it down and then you review it.
I think the answer is that you blow it down and you let
Yes.
Toronto and
correct.
Right. When the play is a stop, they stop the play. If they don't have the theory is if they call it a goal on the ice, they have to have conclusive proof that it's not to overturn it. If they call it no goal, they have to have conclusive proof to call it a goal. So instead of that hoi polloi back and forth bullshit, blow the play dead, say we don't have this. Go, put your fucking headphones on, call Toronto, and let Toronto make the call. Or add a fifth official in the arena who's the video judge.
But
and
also
let him do that.
Also, they called it a goal. Boom, it's a goal, so they have to prove it's not. However, you have to physically see the puck across the line to prove that it is a goal. And you didn't see the puck across the line.
Did you see what the league said?
No, of course not.
The league said the circumference of a puck is 3 inches.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. 3 inches by 1 inch. And it was more a math equation that the puck was across the line. And that's what they went with.
Which is not wrong.
It's not.
But it's not the fucking rule. The rule is you have to see the puck cross the fucking line.
Bjorn, turn her mic down. I think she's running a little hot.
It's like, that's the whole point. That's the whole argument. The league is now trying to cover their ass. And it's like, they're not wrong. If that's going to be the rule, then that's fine. But it's not the rule.
All right, let's talk about the Golden Knights.
Oh, my God.
That was pretty good, right, Bjorn?
Yeah.
All right. Got some shorts right there. Woohoo! We're off to the races.
Don't fucking put that shit on shorts because I don't want some stupid fucking cocksucker out on YouTube. Oh, she said. Well, don't put any Oilers shit on there because I'm gonna have a fucking conniption fit already. I told you I didn't want to talk about this.
I've never seen the vein in your forehead.
It's
right
fucking
now.
ridiculous. Move on.
Moving on. We only have one series to go, and that's the Vegas Golden Knights. The sky was falling 3 days ago when they went down 4-0 and lost 4-2. They came back last night, arguably the best half a game we've pretty much seen out of them all year. They decided they were going to start on time. For once, I got it right when I did the pregame show with our friend Ryan Wallace, the hockey guy, when he asked me who my night to shine was, and I gave him Dorofeyev, but I also gave him Hurdle, so I guess I was 1 for 2. The big story, I think, about the game is their stick-to-itiveness. Up 3-0, down 4-3, never wavered, never flinched, came back, got the job done, overcame a goal call that was reversed for being offside. But the story is the lineup shakeup, to me. They lose 2 games in a row. Tort says, okay, enough of this. Shea Theodore goes on the quarterback spot of power play 1. Mitch goes to the half wall on power play 2, and the power play goes over 6. But he shook up the front lines, obviously trying to get Dorofeyev going, right? He's the leading scorer on their team. He's on one of his legendary coal streaks until last night. But what do you make of the overall effort for the Golden Knights? Skip game 3. It's too far back to go back. But talk about last night's game.
Well, they did come out flying, and they came out the team we expected all year.
Purposeful.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. But I do just want to touch on game 3 because this is just, what did I say last week? I said Utah just does everything just to get in the fucking way. They just wait for Vegas to make a mistake, and they capitalize. And that's what they did. They got outshot 500-12 in the third game.
Yeah.
And they won.
Lowest amount of shots allowed in the history of the Stanley Cup playoffs, 12.
Yeah. And they won and got 4 goals. And that is not a Carter Hart problem. That's just the way it goes. There was a couple, I think, that Carter probably wished he had back, right, as usual, but like for every goaltender. But that's just, at least they were getting quality shots on net. Like I said about Hurdle last week, he's there. It's going to happen. And with Dorofeyev, I think that was the right move, putting him on. There were a couple instances in game 4. Game 4. The first goal, you can see where Utah doesn't have the experience. Jack's in the corner as a playmaker with the puck, head on a swivel. What can I do with this puck? 3 guys chase Jack into the corner.
Right.
He didn't draw them in. They made the mistake. Utah made the mistake.
He didn't draw him in. He drew him in by doing nothing.
Yeah,
right?
like the first 2 were in, the third one came in.
Right, because he was standing there taking in where everybody was going.
Oh.
But he wasn't acting.
No.
He was surveying.
So Hurdle is in front, or was it Barbashev that got the assist on the first goal, or Hurdle to Dorofeyev?
Barbashev, I think.
So boom, boom, in. Why? Because there was 3 guys playing with their dicks in the corner. Howden. This motherfucker.
What a beauty.
Dude. Brett Howden, best. Last night, best player for the Golden Knights. Same thing. Mitch did the same thing, but he pulled 2 guys onto the wall on that beautiful Howden goal, the first one he scored. Mitch drew those guys in. Utah made the mistake, and they chased Mitch, leaving Howden in front of the net. This is where the difference is. When I said last week that Utah is not a great team, they're a good team, and Vegas is a great team. Vegas doesn't make mistakes like that because they're a great team. That's where Utah's inexperience is going to bite them in the ass, because you got guys like Mitch and Jack who are good playmakers, and then you have guys like, I thought Braden McNabb had another good game last night. Bodies all over the place. Jeremy Lauzon had a good game last night.
But how good was Noah Hannafin?
Oh, fuck. Listen.
He that was the Noah Hannafin show last night.
But
best game he's played all year.
I'm like, whose hair is flowing like that by the close boards? And I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking Hannafin. He's in there. But the thing with Hannafin is he's a quiet defenseman.
Yes.
But everybody played so good in game 4. And if they come out game 5, 6, obviously, right? Oh, if they come out like that, they're going to win. Well, sure. But I think that's where you look and go, okay, this is where these guys are making mistakes. Let's draw them in. Let's pull them out of the play. Those are not mistakes that you can afford to make in the playoffs and leave your goaltender out to dry.
The concern is growing for me for 48. He was basically benched in the third period. He had about 8 minutes of ice time going into the overtime. I'm starting to think that he's spooked. And you're right. He's there. It's not. It is 1,000% not effort. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Let's not think anybody that we're being critical, guy. He's still going, but now it's 28 games without a goal. And, hopefully, if you're a Golden Knights fan, Dorofeyev, this is the beginning of one of those, 8 goals in 9 games kind of run, which he's very capable of. He's proved that multiple times over the last couple of years. There's a bunch of concern about Tomas Hertl. On the other hand, my note says, hey, Jack, nice to see you. 6 points in 4 games. Almost unassuming, right? He's just being Jack. He's a supreme playmaker. And the fact that he saw Hanifin and the fact that Hanifin made that tiny little deke inside and then went one step to the left to get the angle for Howden's tip-in goal and for Cole Smith's tip-in goal, which was an absolute beauty. It was 3 feet wide of the net, and he drew it back in. Jack had a really nice 3-point game last night. When the Golden Knights Stars play, they're gonna win this series. But a question abounds all over the other pundits and media people with regards to the Golden Knights. Carter Hart's given up 4 goals in each of the last 2 games, both of the games on the road. I understand that the people who get paid by the click and the people who have radio shows every day have a responsibility to create shit and stir up shit and cause controversy and things like that. Carter Hart was much better in the Fortress than he was in Utah. Yeah, of course. Every goalie's going to have goals that they want back. That's the nature of the game. And at the playoffs, that's even exacerbated even more. In my opinion, Carter Hart didn't do anything to lose the net. That's for sure. But do you have any concern about his play in games 3 and 4?
No.
4 on 12, 4 on 19?
No. There were some goals that were definitely not his fault. And like Bruce used to always say, we just got to score more goals than the other team. And it is tough when your goalie lets in 4. But there were also the Golden Knights were not perfect defensively the past few games.
They delivered a lot of pizzas to Utah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
pizzas.
So
Dorofeyev, Barbashev, there was a lot of free pizza delivering going on.
And it is tricky because, okay, going back to the Eichel thing, he's a second assist type of a guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy that's going to be in the corner.
He's going to set up the guy who sets up the guy.
Right. And he's not an aggressive player. He also does turn the puck over a lot. And so, it's not, nobody's directly to blame. It's not Eichel. It's nobody's directly to blame. It's just there's a few holes in the defense, not the defenseman specifically, but the defense overall.
Structure.
Yeah. So I think that, they've got to learn, they've got to get at guys like Logan Cooley. They got to hit him. They got to get at, the Schmaltz and what's the other fucking kid? Keller and all those. They're young,
Gunther.
Fast kids. Yes, they're young, fast kids that play well. But Vegas just has a lot of experience. And if they tighten shit up a little bit, listen, we talked about, you said about the power play, switch power play up over 6. That stuff takes time.
For sure. It takes reps.
That's the one interesting thing about playing in a playoff series in a best of 7. You've got time, but you don't have time. So you're learning the other team and you got to put it together, but you got to get it and hope it works fast. So it's pros and cons of it.
Well, the good thing is that they provided a look that Utah wasn't prepared for. The bad thing is they didn't finish. I want to talk about one more thing about that.
And then rapid fire?
One of the biggest criticisms of Mitch Marner was his performance in games 5, 6, and 7 while he was with the Leafs. He was a point a game in the playoffs guy his entire 9+ seasons with the Leafs. But the concern was that he disappeared in 5, 6, 7. Here we are, 5, 6, 7. Again, the shit stirrers are saying we need to see more from Mitch. But Mitch has been perfectly consistent. I think he's got 4 points. The play that he made last night was unbelievable that nobody noticed but us. I expect Mitch to be really present tomorrow night here in town. He's like the most unassuming superstar, right? You don't realize that he's got 80 points or right because he doesn't do it with like Pasta's flash. You know, he's not that kind of guy. He's a cerebral processing passing machine. Have you liked Mitch's game through the first 4 of this series and am I out of my mind to expect he's just going to continue to be a point and a half guy the rest of the way?
Oh, fuck. Mitch Marner is the most talented player on this team. He's the smartest player on the team. He's going to be fine. You know, everybody criticizes because they like to criticize the Leafs and they get sick of talking about this person and that person, and they really should be talking about the captaincy there, but that's a whole nother thing. Mitch was just the fall guy, and
he fell to a pretty good place, though.
Coming back home, the lack of pressure playing here compared to playing in Toronto, especially in the playoffs, Mitch probably has a smile on his face and he's happy to play hockey again. I can't even imagine what it was like to drive to the rink in Toronto as a Toronto Maple Leaf and be like, holy fuck, here we go again, right? There's pressure on every second you're alive there. Here, the second he leaves the rink, fucking see ya. So Mitch is going to be fine. I think he's going to turn it up a little bit even still.
He heard it. Listen, right? That's what I think. I think this is for the whole Mitch Marner trade legacy. This is the big FU, right? This is the time where they beat him. They beat the Leafs twice this year. His point production was down, but it didn't matter because this team has so many scores. He didn't need to score 102 points, and they don't have an Austin Matthews who is allergic to passing and prefers to score, bunches. This is where I think Mitch breaks it off in the Leafs big time. I think he's coming back. He heard the criticism. I think that he's going to be as dominant a player as we've ever seen, and the narrative of the whole 5-6-7 invisibility, I think that goes out the window.
I don't think Mitch has thought one time about the Toronto Maple Leafs and his feelings about it since he fucking got here. I don't think he gives a shit.
Why should he?
He's a professional. As far as Austin Matthews is concerned, if I had to have Austin Matthews on my team, I'm telling that guy to shoot every fucking day of the week because he's got the best shot in the NHL. He's got an incredible shot. And so, yeah, he should shoot. However, that's not what we're talking about, right. And they're not in the fucking playoffs.
Good, so let's play rapid fire.
So Mitch is going to be
A-okay.
Listen, Mitch is going to be he's going to be even better. He's going to be because here's why I'm just pulling up rapid fire. Mitch and Jack have they came out flying, but those two can keep it here. Do you know what I mean? They don't get wound up. They don't act on panic. Some players do, and that's fine. That's what Utah does. They're young. They're inexperienced. Okay, rapid fire. So here's how rapid fire is going to go today. It's a little bit longer, but it's good because it's rapid fire. From each playoff series, I picked a defenseman from either team and a forward from either team, and you have to say who you'd rather have.
On my team?
Sure. Just who you prefer. Okay. Now, this is not based on current play. I tried to pick guys that were kind of about the same. Like, I didn't pick like Connor McDavid and fucking, you know what I mean?
Jake Wallman.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, Jake.
It's all, yeah, I think Jake understands. Okay, first series, Montreal and Tampa. Who would you rather have for forwards? Josh Anderson or Brandon Hagel? This is not fair because I wrote this before yesterday.
Okay, I'll take Brandon Hagel.
Okay.
To the shock of listen, he's playoff proven. Josh Anderson has been very good.
He's been fucking nails.
Right? Big body, strong, plays physical.
Something.
But he don't have the finish. And in the playoffs, you need the goals.
Defenseman, Chernak or Wi-Fi? Chernak or Jack-Eye?
Anybody but Jack-Eye.
Okay, so Chernak.
Yeah, I mean, just Jack-Eye is the Matt Rempe of defensemen.
How about fucking Slafkovsky getting railroaded? Fuck, did he get drilled?
He lost his accent too.
Yeah, he lost his fucking manhood. Okay, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Claude Giroux or Jordan Staal?
Jesus Christ, that's the senior citizens question.
Well, yeah, but some of them, like, I had to compare because I'm like, who do we pick from Pittsburgh? Like, fuck, it was hard to find two equivalent. Claude Giroux or Jordan Staal?
Probably Claude Giroux. If you would have said the Carolina Staal brother, who's the captain, I would have taken him.
Yeah, no, I know.
But Jordan is not the captain, so no.
It's hard.
Claude Giroux on this one.
But right, like, who do you pick? Like, I was actually gonna pick Couturier,
Giroux is the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah.
He's their identity.
Yeah, I was going to pick Couturier and compare him, but it's hard because you can't with Sid. Come on.
Right.
Okay, defenseman. Thomas Chabot or Shane Gostisbehere?
In the playoffs, you need offense. Ghost is a better offensive player, puts up more points, but is a bigger defensive liability. I saw him for a couple seasons in Detroit. Chabot, I think, is the better long-term player.
I like Chabot. Okay, wait. I just said Pittsburgh and Philly. Good God. Okay, what the fuck was I? Sorry, that was supposed to be Ottawa and Carolina.
That's okay.
What the fuck did I? Jordan Staal is the captain in Carolina. My bad. I totally screwed that up. I was thinking of the other Staal.
Eric.
Yeah, but I screwed that up. When I was writing it, I was watching the game. Now we're moving on to Pittsburgh and Philly. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Travis Konechny or Evgeny Malkin?
Probably Gino. He's been there, done that, got the T-shirt a cup 3 times, I think. Konechny's an up-and-comer for sure.
Yeah, I like Konechny.
He's an up-and-comer, but, if you just look at their resume, it's hard not to take Gino.
So I know you're going to pick. Okay, Travis Sanheim or Chris Letang on the point?
I don't know enough about Sanheim.
Okay, I would. That's a tough one.
Letang is 19 years. He's with Sid.
Older than Sanheim.
Well, yeah, literally.
Did you see Letang grab Porter Martone?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not happening. Okay.
That's like your uncle grabbing, your brother grabbing your son.
Yeah. Okay. Buffalo and Boston. Tage Thompson or Pasternak?
Probably Pasta, just based on the length of the history. This is Tage Thompson's first bite at the apple. He's shown himself really well, but like we said, we're not sure if they're there or if they're just on a heater yet. He's a fantastic player. He's got a fucking wingspan. He can touch both
20 feet tall.
He can touch both the sideboards standing at center ice. He's got fucking these giant flapper wings. He's got a piss missile of a shot. He's a great offensive player, but just not enough lineage yet for me to take him over a proven playoff performer like Pasta.
On the point, Zadorov or Dahlin? That's a tough one.
No, it's really not. It's really not. It's Dahlin.
Zadorov is fucking...
Zadorov is one-dimensional. He's tough as fucking nails. You know exactly what you get with him. Dahlin's just a far superior all-around hockey player. Not even close.
Agree, but okay. Colorado and LA up front. Panarin.
I'm not taking anybody on the Kings.
Panarin or Landeskog.
Come on. You could put Panarin against whoever their fourth line center is. I'm not taking anybody on the Kings.
Okay.
Panarin.
We'll move on then.
Panarin put on a mask and a gun when he got $11 million for 2 years for the Kings.
But the thing is, that guy, he's fucking really good. He doesn't apply himself.
He doesn't apply himself. He's a bit lackadaisical. He's going to enjoy his life at the beach like the rest of the Russians, and they enjoy, the beach in Miami. But no, for fuck's sake. Just the fact that Landeskog didn't play for 3 years, rehabbing his knee.
Fucking animal.
He's a fucking warrior.
Okay.
Not even
close. Supposed to be rapid fire.
Okay. Sorry. I'll be more rapid.
Dallas and Minnesota. Nick Foligno or Jamie Benn?
I fucking hate Jamie Benn, but that might be the toughest one.
I know.
It's
tough.
They're both big time leaders. They're both sort of on the downslide. I think that's a push.
Okay. The Hughes kid or Heiskanen?
Heiskanen because he defends better.
He's fucking good.
Heiskanen is a top 5 all around defender.
Yeah.
Hughes is a top 5 offensive defender.
Okay. Edmonton, Anaheim. Cutter Gauthier or Zach Hyman?
I mean, for consistency of my argument, I have to say Zach Hyman. Been there, done that. Doesn't have the mug, but has been a consistent playoff presence, scores big goals.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me that in 5 years, it's Cutter Gauthier for sure.
Well, Zach Hyman didn't get to play in the playoff, but anyway.
Right.
Okay, defenseman, Jacob Trouba or Matthias Ekholm?
Wow, that's another.
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I would take Ekholm because, I watch him and I'm not a fan of Trouba, but.
I mean, Ekholm is a force in his own way. Pardon me. He's perfectly consistent. You know exactly what you got. He's got an absolute cannon when he chooses to shoot it. And I, like you, am not a huge fan of Trouba. I think there are holes in his game. There's a reason they shipped him out of New York. It wasn't his attitude. It was his play. In the system that Edmonton plays, Ekholm is about as good a fit for the not offensive defenseman part of the pair that you can possibly get. He's a mountain of a human being. He literally blocks out the fucking sun when he's in the corner. So for getting what you know and the inconsistencies of Trouba, I think I would take Matthias Ekholm.
Okay. And I didn't do Vegas and Utah because we're not going to pick this or that because we would pick. But just quickly, best player so far for Utah, most impressive player.
Oh, Dylan Gunther is unbelievable.
Isn't he?
That kid.
I know, he's fucking unreal.
I'm not a huge follower of Utah, so I don't know if they gave him the bag yet. But if they didn't give him the bag, they better hurry up and give him the fuck. They better hurry up and give him the fucking bag.
Vegas, best player so far.
God, this is supposed to be rapid fire.
That's a tough. I don't even know if I could spit one out for Vegas because I feel like everybody's been
there's been ebbs and flows, but as far as up and down consistency, you have to look at Jack. You have to look at 6 points in 4 games. He is exactly himself, and when he decides to be fully engaged, he is an absolute dominant force on the ice. Doesn't necessarily look like it, but I mean, for the Golden Knights to win this series, their stars have to be their stars. The only forward last night that didn't get on the board, surprisingly enough, was Mark Stone, and that's an outlier. But Jack and Mitch, being Jack and Mitch, drive the boat. Mark Stone's the engine, right? He's the machine that makes them go. But it has to be, if they're going anywhere, it's got to be Eichel and Marner to get them over the hump.
That's it. We're done.
That's it. We're done. Thanks,
Yeah,
Bjorn.
done.
Bjorn's over there napping. He
thought
he was going to get a whole bunch more laughs out of this episode, but that's it. Episode, I can't tell you what, but I think it is the 256th video that we'll post. We have 506 subscribers. Thank you all very much. Punch the subscribe button. We didn't give up on finding the peelers in Mexican for the 500th, but I have no update. Sorry. See you next week.